Plaintiff Felicia Blanks says she witnessed a car hit her son's car and take off, and she caught the incident on video. The driver turned out to be the defendant, and once Felicia and her son caught up with her, she led them on a high-speed chase. Defendant Brittany Williams insists she only tapped the first car, and she didn't believe she caused any damage, which is why she took off. Later that day, Brittany admits she fled the scene because she feared for her safety. So she's countersuing for emotional distress.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Start with you.
So I want to start off by saying I don't know Brittany Williams, had never seen her before the incident that happened on March 16th. My son's car was parked on the street. I happened to be sitting at the window and I witnessed a blue Sentra back down the street. As I was sitting there, the Sentra crashed into the front of my son's car and took off down the street. So I've submitted into evidence, and I want you to see that I have video of the car crashing into my son's car. I immediately yelled out for my boyfriend and my son to run outside. Somebody had just crashed into the car. My boyfriend told my son, get in his car and go after it and call him on the phone. He was going to get into another car. My son called him and said he lost the car. A couple hours later, he called me and he said, I was on my way to the store and I think I see that car that hit me. He said, there's someone in the car and they see me, they're taking off. We eventually ended up catching up to them. She was speeding down Roosevelt Road. She was going down dead-end streets, jumping curbs.
How do you know?
We were right behind her.
Okay.
My son was then behind us.
And you were in there with your boyfriend?
It was myself, my boyfriend, and my 10-year-old daughter in the car. We got to an intersection where it was a three-way stop. She put on her right turn signal and got over to the far right. So he pulled up on the left-hand side of her to say, pull over, stop. She immediately went left and crashed into the truck. I mean, the truck tilted. And she continued then northbound down that street. We continued to follow her.
Let me ask you this. Why do you think she stopped that time?
She didn't completely stop, but she stopped enough to where we could pull up to the left-hand side of her. And instead of turning right, she went left. We were on the left-hand side.
Let me hear your version.
Okay. Don't know her from a can of paint. Met her. I will admit, I tapped her son's car or daughter. I don't know who it was. I tapped the car, I pulled off because it was no damage.
How do you know?
Because I got on check mine when I pulled off and parked my car.
Okay, you check yours.
Yeah.
Yours wasn't any damage.
Yeah.
That's not his, right? Go ahead. What else?
I had no damage, okay.
I understand that. So you tapped the car, and since there was nothing wrong, you kept driving. Some reason you got out to look at your car, though?
Oh, no. When I left the scene, I was way gone. It was hours later.
Right. You decided to go and look to see?
Because I tapped the car. I know that I tapped it. I was looking at my car to make sure it was okay and make sure.
Right. But if you knew you only tapped it, you have no reason to even get out and look at yours. If you were already certain you had done no damage, you had no reason to go and see if there was damage.
I should have checked it sooner.
Okay. And what happened after that?
Okay, so a couple hours later, I'm getting ready to head home. And I noticed that the car that I tapped earlier is following me. So I pulls off, drives away, and I see that there's another car behind it, a big green truck.
What do you mean you pull off?
Like I left, like I'm driving.
Why?
Because it's following me. Why are you following me?
Because you hit the car. And you
Okay.
remember, you already know you tapped it.
I tapped it. but I
Right,
don't know
so
who's
if
in
you
this
tap the car and you see the cars following you and you know you've done nothing, that's when you stop and say, hey, what's the deal? I tapped your car, so why are you following me? With the windows down if you're scared to get out. I know that's your next statement. So they say, well, no, you caused damage to our car. And there's no hostility, no body threatening you. Then you say, okay, I thought it was just a tap. Let's see, because I don't want you following me anymore. And I've done nothing wrong. So I can stop you from following me by showing you that your car is not hit and that neither is mine. Why didn't you do that? Why didn't you just keep running instead?
Because I didn't know who was in the car, and I didn't want to stop my car not knowing who in the car behind me. It could be
Why?
two,
You
three
thought they
people in the
might
car.
do something to you?
Yeah.
Why?
Because of my neighborhood, and I know people.
No.
around there.
Why would they have the motive to do
Because I
something
tapped
to
their
you?
car.
Oh, And so you knew there was a possibility that you did some damage. So what happened then? After you didn't stop for the people whose car you had tapped and you knew they were behind you,
Okay.
what happened then? You kept fleeing?
Yes,
you kept
now it's
fleeing?
2 cars. It's 2 cars are chasing me.
Okay.
Like chasing me. I'm going speeding.
Yeah.
Different
I know,
stop
we
signs,
know that. You were
stoplights.
fleeing the car that you tapped. Go ahead.
Okay.
Then
As
what?
I'm fleeing from the people chasing me, I called the police and said I'm coming to the police station because it's 2 cars are chasing me. I'm turning to go towards the police station. I'm turning left and her husband T-bones my car. T-bones, like tried to hit me onto the expressway, tried to kill me.
Okay,
I get
what
to
happened at the police station?
I get to the police station. I come outside. You know, I'm finna pull up. I'm pulling up. I'm frantic. I'm driving. I'm beeping horns, getting through lights, trying to get to police station on 5th Avenue. I finally pull up. Her husband gets out the car, coming to my car, trying to fight me, calling me out my name.
In front of the police station?
In front of the police station. Police is out there also. My window's halfway down. They get me inside. They hear the stories. As what I was left with, I hit their car. They hit me back, and it was left at that. Couple weeks later, I'm back on the street again because my friend lives on that block. I'm on my side of the street, not over there. I'm sitting in the parking, the driveway, and her husband and her are outside, and he has a shotgun. A shotgun. Yelling, cursing at me from across the street, and she's sitting outside just watching it like, you gonna let him shoot me in broad daylight. I called the police. I had a problem with this person already. I hit their car. I'm back on this block. He's harassing me. Police comes over, talk to me, get my story. Go over, get his story. He don't have the shotgun now. He has a handgun. So now you have 2 guns. So story goes on. They say, tell him, I can come on this block. You can't, you know, she'll be on your side. You be on your side. Y'all go through insurance with whatever's going on with she tapped your car last month. You can't keep harassing her. So now when I do come on that block, still to this day.
No. Let's go back to where you almost shot dead. With a shotgun and a gun.
Yeah.
Right in front of the police.
And broad daylight.
Tell me what happened. I want to know about the police, what they did. You done skipped over that part. What happens when you almost get murdered? What did the police say that you almost being killed?
The police said that I stay on my side and he stay on his side. I'm pretty sure he had.
Anybody have a report where when you went to the police and told them that this man pulled a shotgun out on you and he pulled a gun on you, do you have anything that the police may have said by way of a report?
I have a witness statement that shows that he had.
No, police.
No, the police didn't take no. They
really?
took a
You told them they
statement from
pulled a gun? All right, you need to go. You need to go to the head of the police department and tell them I went to the police after a man pulled a shotgun on me. Would you please tell me what you all have done since that time that I was almost blown away with a shotgun and a 9mm at the same time? Nothing? All right. Go ahead, ma'am. What do you want to tell me about the shotgun incident and attempts to threaten her life?
She pulled up to the police station and we pulled up behind her and she pulled off again. She continued to flee.
Okay, that doesn't sound reasonable.
No, not at all. Not someone that's on the phone with the police. That tells them I'm on my way.
That's it? That's
So
the only
continue to
police
follow
contact
her.
you've had?
No, we continue to follow her, and I guess she saw we were not going to give up. So she went back to the police station, and we pulled up behind her. The police came out, and yes, my boyfriend was extremely upset. I mean, you just hit 2 of our cars, hit and ran 2 cars, and never attempted to stop. The police came out. They separated us. I told them what had happened earlier and that she fled. I showed them video of her hitting the car. They told me that she was being arrested for driving with a suspended license. When they opened the door to get her out of the car, the marijuana smoke billowed out of the car. I mean, you could literally see it. They told me that she was being arrested for driving under suspension and her car was being towed. They told me, they gave me the report number and told me that I could report it to her insurance company. I tried to report it to her insurance company. Due to COVID-19 and working from home, they suggested you submit the claim online, which I did.
You say she was arrested on site?
She was arrested on site.
Is that true?
My license was suspended because I didn't pay my SR-22.
No, that wasn't my question.
But yes, I was arrested.
Okay, go ahead, ma'am. And you want to show me the damage that occurred?
Yeah.
Boom! Very good. That tap, right, moved the whole car. Ma'am, what is it you want to tell me about this fight?
Well, she provided the police a fake insurance card. So she did not have insurance.
I'm sorry, about 2 weeks later, that's what I'm referring to.
Okay, so 2 weeks later, I saw her outside, and I called the police, and I said, the person that hit my cars 2 weeks ago is outside. She was arrested for suspended license. She did not have insurance, although she provided you guys with an insurance card. Can you send somebody over here? My boyfriend went to the front sidewalk where she was laughing and waving and taunting him like it was a joke. The police came, and she told the police he pulled a shotgun on me. The police came back across the street. He said, do you own a gun? He said, yes, I do. I have it on me right here. He pulled up his waistband. He said, do you have a concealed carry? He said, yes, I do. He provided him with that. He went and checked it, and he brought it back to him. I said, she's driving with a suspended license, and she doesn't have insurance. He went across the street to her. He came back. He said, ma'am, she said her license was reinstated. I said, sir, the courts are closed. How was her license reinstated? The courts, as well as Secretary of State, is closed. He said, well, that's what she told me. I said, well, she doesn't have insurance, and she's driving that car. He went back over to her, and he came back to me and said, she said, if you want proof of her insurance, you need to take that up at the police station. And that was it. Okay. So he provided I went and got a copy of the police report.
What page is that?
It's after the pictures, Your Honor.
Not only did you hit her bumper, you cracked it, and that's usually about $3,000. Cracking, oh yeah, I'm talking about you tapped it. All
Page
right.
12, Your Honor.
And this is the truck you're referring to?
Yes.
Looks like somebody turned left in front of you and hit it. All right. And what does she owe you for, ma'am? Emotional distress?
Emotional distress.
For the gun?
For the gun.
Okay.
Every time I come over there.
I think everything you said was a story, trying to lie your way out of it. So I believe zero of what you say. I've seen the pictures myself. It looks like exactly what she said occurred. Therefore, I'm dismissing you and your claim and granting you your $3,500. Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
She better tell her husband to leave me alone, and the next time I'm gonna have to kick her by myself.
Okay, well, she's threatening in open court. I also want to say that she was involved in an incident 2 weeks ago.
And your husband wanted me to get
with other
beat up and
people
killed in my event that I had.
She attempted to run people over. She crashed another car.
Plaintiff Shakia Scott says the defendant is her cousin, and after she discovered they were dating the same man, the defendant came to her house to fight. Shakia is suing because while there, she claims the defendant threw a rock through her window and cut up her furniture. Defendant Jessica Coley claims on the night in question, Shakia's son pushed Shakia into her, and then she proceeded to roll over Jessica with her wheelchair. She's countersuing for emotional distress.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Start with you.
So I was here maybe last year.
Thought you looked familiar.
Remember when I told you my papa was Rolling Stone?
Yeah,
Where he
I
lay his
remember
hat
your
was his
face.
home?
I got your face.
So you know I can be here every week suing family. Nothing but family drama. So we're here today because of a guy named D. We're gonna call him D for dirty, dumb, and dusty.
Triple D.
Yes. And a dog. So I met.
Say Doyle.
Don't say that, D.
Yeah, right.
We won't say that. So I met D maybe the beginning of this year, about January, February 2020. And everything's been going good, nothing, no problem. He told me that he was staying with his sister. So it's not common for me not to see him for 2 or 3 days, you know what I'm saying? So I haven't around maybe April 14th, I haven't seen him for like 2 days. I had called him around 9:30 p.m. So I called, I'm like, hey, is D there? Some girl answered the phone, which I was thinking it was his sister. She said, who is this? Which I'm like, this is Pookie, which is my nickname that they know me by. And next thing you know, she's just flying off the handle, calling me out my name, calling me bees, calling me a home wrecker, thoughts, all type of stuff. It didn't get disrespectful on my end until she said, when I find who you are, I'm gonna beat your A. not stating that that was her man or anything. She just going off on me. So when I told her, well, whenever you ready, when you come over here, you gonna be limping back. That was that. So I had called D, his cell phone, no answer. So the next day, April 15th, he had called me around 8 o'clock in the morning. My home health care provider there getting me ready. She had to leave. He said he'll be there around 9:30, 10 o'clock. So he came around 9:30, 10 o'clock. He explained that his sister was mad, that he can't take care of the kids for her house is nasty. She got roaches, bed bugs, this, that, and the third. Not knowing the whole time he's talking about her. So, again, he had left, said I'll be back around 3:30. I said, fine. My home health care provider came, took me outside, sat me outside. She had to go to Kroger's, which is down the street from my house. Next thing I know, it's a black car pulling up with 3 females in the car. She jumped out, Jessica jumped out. At the time, I didn't know that was my cousin or who that was. She jumped out, said, where Pookie at? I'm like, I'm right here. She said, oh, you the one that was talking that junk on the phone. So instantly, got aggressive, like, what's up? She's like, oh, you in a wheelchair. She said, I was going to flip you out that wheelchair, but you already, she said, you already hurt. You already doing bad. I said, you come over here, you're going to be limping back. And like I said, I'm going to bring you down.
Nobody had mentioned D by then?
I mentioned D. I said, he about to be on his way pulling up. She said, I don't care. So as she's proceeding to come towards me, my son told her, like, And I had told my son, get back, you're not finna put your hands on no female. So he's coming.
Did he ever get there?
Oh, he was flying down the street.
All right, what happened when he got there?
So when he got there, he tried to intervene. He jumped out and grabbed Jessica because she was coming towards me. So as she's coming towards me, he grabbed her, told her, go on, this is not what you want. Her homegirls are standing in my yard, talking crazy. So D, he diffused it, got her out my yard, right? So he was like, I'm gonna take you in the house and I'm about to get them out your yard. So I went in the house, he set me in front, he rode me in the house and set me in front of my window. My purse was right here on the table. I always keep a taser and a knife in my purse, 3 inches or less. So I'm sitting there and I'm telling my son, you might have to roll me back out here because I don't know, because she was by my brand new truck. So they're out there arguing. All I can see is, and
who's arguing? Her and D?
And
all
he's
right.
pushing her.
Okay, let me stop you there and allow her to give me some background, and then we'll resume right where we stopped. Ma'am?
All right, Your Honor. Pookie is a known side piece, is what we call her, where we're from. She's always messing with someone's man. At the time when I called her, I did not.
Well, at least she getting it on.
They love this wheelchair, boo.
Go ahead.
They like the SSI. Pookie,
SSD,
I called,
boo.
no, she had called Dee's phone. I answered. She did not say what she wanted or anything. When he made it back, he was told me that it was just a friend, that he goes and helps with her disability. So I didn't think anything of it, but I still, he can't be trusted. He is a dirty dog. He just wanted her SSI because she gets more than me. But I called her phone the next.
He's an SSI pimp. All right. He ain't even getting the income tax.
I don't get SSI. I get SSD.
Year.
I worked for the state 20 years.
All right, go ahead, man.
So I called Pookie's phone and we got into an altercation. She told me to pull up. So I pulled up. That's how I made it to
What
her
did you
house.
say to her when you called her?
I confronted her. I said, how do you know D? She's like, oh, that's my man. I'm like, no, D is my man. And I'm like, so we got to arguing. And she's like, well, if you feel bossy, pull up. So
nobody wanted to say, I'll call you back, girl. Let me check on this.
When it's in the heat of the moment, you just don't think about D.
I did leave D because of this situation. I cannot deal with a man that will deal with people like her. But anyway, so I had confronted her. She told me to pull up. My friend that I was with happened to know where she lived at, so we pulled up. I'm thinking that it was just going to be us talking because my friend did tell me that she was in a wheelchair. So I did not want to go fight a person in a wheelchair over a guy.
She's lying.
You sounds like she invited you to fight, so you knew why you were going over there.
I did not invite her.
We did not.
Yeah, pull on up. That's fighting words. Go ahead.
Right?
Go ahead.
When I made it over there, we were having our words or whatever. D was not there at the time. We were having our words. She did ask tell her son to get back or whatever. And I'm like, I'm not trying to fight you. I'm just trying to get down to the bottom of this. At this time, this is when D swerves on up and he, instead of him, I'm thinking that he's coming to my defense, and because he, like I said, he told me that she was just a friend. So when he showed up, I'm like, yeah, get your friend. He goes and pushes her in the house. That really did make me very upset, because why are you pushing away the person that told me to come over here to confront her about you?
You came to fight somebody in the chair, lady.
I did not come to fight you.
Yes, you did.
I came to confront you.
Very aggressive.
Go ahead.
She was,
So he chose her over you? Is that what you're getting to?
The part that she left out, though, is that she had her son push her back outside. So when me and D are out there arguing, Pookie comes back outside and she has her son push her into me.
With my
when he
knife
pushes
in
her
my-
into me, I fall on the ground. She proceeds to hit me with her wheelchair.
Roll over you?
Roll over me.
She is lying.
That's what she meant by she would bring me down to her level. She hit me with her wheelchair, and she was rolling me over with her wheelchair.
Ma'am, that's dangerous.
If I roll her over my wheelchair, I'm going to fall out. She is lying.
Not if you know how to do. Not if you've been doing that regularly. Nobody
I'm not a pro.
You got that down to a science.
I am not a
You
pro.
don't need
She
to
has it down
somebody.
to a
Yeah,
science.
that's what it sounds like to me. You better be careful. Those are dangerous weapons, ma'am.
They
All
definitely
jokes
need to take
aside.
that chair.
My son
Yeah.
didn't push me back outside.
Well,
until
I
she
believe
bust my
you'll
window.
do it in a minute if it isn't that time.
You right.
I know it.
If I
I
felt-
know
if
who
I
I'm talking
needed
to. Think
But
I don't
at
know
that time,
people.
it wasn't.
How did it end? Let's
So after she hit me with the wheelchair, they pushed her back in the house. While they pushed her in the house, I did throw a rock at the window. It broke one window. Me and my friends got in the car and we left.
Of her house?
Yes.
Okay, let me hear from you on once she was talking with him outside. She says your son then pushed you out there. So that's where we kind of stopped with you saying they were talking outside.
They were talking outside. My son did not push me back outside.
What happened?
I was still watching them argue. And when he pushed, he kept pushing her by the back of her head to the car. She got angry, and I have a brick, it's like a rock. It's real big at the end of my driveway. Now I have a bay window. When she threw the rock through the bay window, the glass and everything came in. Next thing you know, it was her and her friends coming through my window, and y'all cut up my furniture.
Breaking it.
Y'all can't. You already broke
Over
in.
D?
You know you did.
It's not that deep.
You know you
It's
did.
not that deep.
Do not lie. She came in. They proceeded to tear up my stuff. That's when my son had called my healthcare provider, Yolanda. Yolanda pulled up with my two cousins. Now she was trying to run. She was trying to get up out of there. That's how Yolanda knew she was trying to get up out of there. Yolanda was coming through the door and she was going out the window. Yolanda turned back around and tried to grab her. I said, "No, come get me," because I'm still in the middle of the floor. So she pushed me out. That's when you felt like I ran you over. She pushed me out there. We was going so fast because I had my knife and I had my my walking cane.
What about your other thing?
My taser, I ain't had time to grab it. I had to grab that cane because it was longer reach. So as we was going down the driveway, I'm swinging. I'm telling her, get me up on her so I can get her. Right? She run into the car, and then that's when she pushed me up against her and she fell. We didn't run her neck over. I couldn't because the way she was laying. I couldn't. But I told Yolanda, turn me around, cuz. I said, turn me around.
So I can run over her neck.
Yeah, I was serious. I was trying to hit her with the stick, and she jumped up and got in the car. My neighbor had called the police. That's exactly how it happened.
You sound very experienced at this. How many people you done rolled over and beat with that
in my
stick
life?
and taser? Yes, in recent years.
I haven't even tased nobody ever in my
April.
life. But I did roll somebody neck over.
In April.
April.
No, I didn't roll you over in
She
April.
ran me over.
No, she's lying.
I believe you did, ma'am.
I did not run her neck over.
But the issue is about, did you call the police? Let's
Yes,
start there.
I called-
You have a report in your evidence?
The only
where
thing we could not.
Somebody break out all your windows and cut up all your furniture, you're going to the police.
Oh yeah, my neighbor had called the police while the incident
You
was
have
happening.
anything indicating that?
I couldn't get it due to the COVID.
Did the police come?
I did not have any contact with the police.
You've never spoken with the police?
I didn't know anything
Have they ever
about
called
this.
you?
I didn't know anything about this case.
She is lying.
Did you win last time you were here?
I believe so, maybe.
What was it about? Jumping on somebody with that chair?
No.
What?
My sister got my windows broken out. She was messing with someone's man.
When you were here last time,
Yeah.
what was it about?
My sister getting my vehicle broken.
That's my point. Everybody's busting out your windows. Did you mess with your sister's man?
No, it was
She
not
messed with
that.
mine. She messed with my sister's man.
No, I did not. Stop lying. You don't even got a sister.
Side piece.
Hold it. So she messed with your sister's man.
I heard.
Not
I
only
have
your
heard that
man.
She
does not
She
have-
doesn't get her own man. No, she messed with my man too. But I'm saying
And
I
your
have heard.
sister's man.
Yes. and
Never.
She's
Don't
a known
want
side piece. I don't think she want her own man. It must be too hard.
Where's your baby daddy at? Let's ask that. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. That wasn't your man, huh? Oh, okay, that was your cousin man, huh?
All right. So, the damage. You have any pictures of the damage?
Due to the corona, I could not.
You don't have a camera. You have a camera
No,
phone.
they had took the pictures. The police.
No, you have a camera phone to take the pictures
I
yourself.
didn't think of
I
it at
would've
the
took it
time. I was
myself.
going through it. I was.
When did you
angry.
have them taken out of your house? How long after she cut up the couch and you had the windows repaired
The
was
windows
it
was
between
repaired.
the time?
Okay, the house and everything happened on the 15th when she tore the stuff
When
up.
was it repaired?
My windows was repaired the 17th, 2 days
How
later.
about the couch? When
And
did
the
you get a
cou-
new one?
I didn't get a new one yet.
What did you get? Nothing to replace the couch?
I haven't replaced it yet.
So
I
it's an
haven't-
empty space right now where the
Yeah.
couch used to be?
Where the couch and the table and my TV, yes.
All right, so you certainly, every time you walk in, you know that you don't have a couch
don't
or a
have nothing in
TV.
there.
So you should have remembered by now to take a picture and bring it in the court with you. What else did she do? Couch, windows, what else?
And my TV. My TV
All
was
right.
sitting right there.
Ma'am, what do you say to the television?
I did not touch anything but the window.
How was the television damaged?
They hit it when her and her homegirls came in my. I sat
What do
there
you
and
have
watched-
for that? You have any evidence of that?
I just have what I had just bought my stuff on the 4th.
What do you have? Tell me what it is.
I have
Do I
just
have it?
a receipt of me buying my
What page?
page 1.
Page 1 of your evidence, your friend made you a receipt saying that
Sounds believable to me.
No, they broke. They broke my stuff. It's
And
nothing.
what is this a replacement receipt where it's already been purchased?
No,
or is this
is how much I
an
paid for
estimate?
it. Yeah.
It's what you paid for it already.
And then the window is what I already paid
And when
for.
did it occur?
April 15th.
You do have something showing that the window was replaced. You have nothing showing that these other items are replaced. That means your living room or family room must be empty.
Yeah.
And that would have been easy to take a picture of your family room being empty for all these months.
I didn't know
So
I could
I'm
use
going to
that. I'm
grant you
sorry.
the judgment based on the window she admits to. And I did see one other item and the television. I'm going to grant you that. So that's what I believe. Your counterclaim is for $1,500. How does she owe you for emotional distress? For taking your man? What?
No, Your
What did
Honor,
she do?
I'm claiming emotional distress because she hit me with her wheelchair and I had to be off work. For
You have
2
evidence
weeks.
of that?
No, I do not.
I can't grant you judgment. You should have had some type of evidence here. The $1,948 plus the television is $355. How much is that?
2303.
$2303. And don't bring any of your relatives back in here
I'll be
or any
back.
women you didn't stole their man.
I'll be
You better
back
leave
next
these men
week.
alone. Leave these women men alone.
They need to leave me alone. Stop
Wow.
lying.
Judgment for you.
Side piece.
I'm the best side piece you know. You get
who?
SSI, I get SSD, honey.
who?
I've been
Who are you the
working
best
on my
side
life.
piece to?
Bed
Nobody wants you.
bug. Take care
Nobody
of those bed
wants you.
bugs.
Get a
Take care
man.
of those bed bugs.
Get a man of
I
your
do.
own.
I got your
I have no
man.
bed bugs. That was all lies.
Got your
Plaintiffs Eric Gibson and his mom, LaTora Mitchum, say Eric dated the defendant. And after they broke up, LaTora was awoken one morning by the defendant pouring lighter fluid on her patio. LaTora claims when she confronted the defendant threatened Eric's life. And then she vandalized LaTora's cars. Defendant Devancia Lewis says while dating Eric, he was physically and mentally abusive, and the police were often called due to their fighting. Devancia claims on the day in question, both LaTora and Eric assaulted her, and Eric broke her phone, so she's countersuing.
Start with you all.
Miss Devancia came to my home while I was sleeping, and then she was pouring lighter fluid onto my patio deck.
Did you know her?
She is my son's ex-girlfriend, and he can tell you a little bit more about her. I don't know her that well.
Sir?
Yeah, we started dating in November of last year, and we pretty much broken up in March of this year. We've been talking off and on since March or whatever.
Where you all meet?
Well, I met her downtown Minneapolis. We actually was coming from a friend's house on my way home, and I saw her standing at the bus stop. We started talking, and next thing you know, we became friends. And then after that, relationship.
How did the relationship go?
It started off, I guess, good, as most relationship does, but at the end, it started with the trust, and we didn't have that trust there, so we just went our separate ways. But we still remain friends since then.
Ma'am, why don't you give me some background on your relationship and on you, if you like.
All right, well, I met Eric in November of last year. We started dating after about a month or so of talking. During the whole relationship, I mean, he said it was good at the beginning. It wasn't. He is actually abusive. That's why we were on and off. Physical, mental, emotional,
How often would he do that?
We would get into an altercation or a fight once or twice every 2 weeks.
A physical confrontation. Anyone call the police?
Yeah.
How many times?
I'll say about four or five times.
4 or 5? You have 4 or 5 police reports or more than one?
No.
Okay. What do you say to the physical confrontations you all were having?
Well, I wouldn't say it really was a physical abusive relationship. It was more of a incidents that keep happening where the police were called a few times, but it wasn't anything like I was beating on her or anything like that. It was more me basically, what's the word I'm looking for? Defending myself.
Self-defense?
Yes.
She would attack you physically?
Yes, and I'm not the type to put my hands on a female, so I would not punch, but I would grab, detain until I can get away or the police are coming to help.
Good. All right, and no one's been convicted of anything, domestic violence?
I actually went to jail for this incident.
You went to jail?
Yes.
You doing all this talking about you were battered and you went to jail?
Yeah.
Let me hear what happened, ma'am. Woe is me, you the one went to jail. Go ahead.
So I was awakened about 9:30 in the morning on July 10th from my door alarm. My door alarm was hooked up to my house alarm. And when you attempt it too many times, it sets off the house alarm. So that awakened me. I look out my deck window and I see Day pouring lighter fluid on one of my patio chairs. I open my door and I say, "Hey, what's going on?" She was like, "I'm about to kill your son." What? And I'm like, well, what does that have to do with my house? My son, he doesn't live here. So why are you here? You're not my friend. We have no relationship. She commenced to leave the back of my house to start walking towards the front of the house. I lock my back door. I run into the front of the house, yelling up the stairs, call 911. When I get to the front door and open it, my son's yelling, "Mom, I already did." And she's still pouring lighter fluid on my front lawn, down on where my plants are. She's pouring lighter fluid all around, saying that she's gonna kill my son.
Ma'am?
That's not true, Your Honor.
She's making all that up?
Yes.
All right. Go ahead.
Doesn't do me any justice. And in the midst of that, I say to her, she's ignorant. She says, "Oh yeah, I'm ignorant. Your son didn't tell you?"
Okay. What about the car damages in the rental car? What's that about?
So I wasn't aware of that part until the police arrived. So when the police put her in the car, my son tells the police at that time that there's damage in the back. And so I'm like, well, what happened in the back? And that's when I seen that I have pictures as well, that she had busted 2 of my vehicles. I have 4 vehicles. 2 of my vehicles, she busted the windows. She damaged the sides. She also slashed all 8 tires. After she poured lighter fluid on my lawn and my house, I had my son waiting for the police. I had my son run down the street. You'll see, I have the pictures of that too, where I had my son run her down the street to get her away from the house because the children were in the house watching. That's what she used. She tore that off my pit, and that's what she used to bust the windows.
Sir, you explain this.
At that time, we actually were not in a relationship. We were just friends who were basically helping each other out.
So why did she do that? Friends typically don't do that to their friends.
Well, I believe the reason why it all happened is because something going on between her and her mom stemmed over to our house, and then the incident.
How? What happened with her mom to cause her to bring lighter fluid and douse it all over your mom's house with the chance that the house will blow up and kill her? So I'm confused about that. You think it was her not getting along with her mother?
Well, no, she
tried to kill your mother.
Well, she actually told me that her and her mom was going, has been
Okay, what does that have to do with you and your mother?
Well, the reason why she
should get her mother.
Right.
I agree.
Your mother? What?
I believe the reason was because during the time we were together that night, I got a phone call from another female asking if I can come over later that day. It was.
I wouldn't say that. Don't try to blame it on this woman's mother. Because you did say that you all were arguing, and probably this confrontation stuff came from one or the other suspecting the other messing around, and that's what happened that night you finally get to. What did he tell you, ma'am?
That's what he told me. He said that she
Did he
just got
take
kicked
10
out.
minutes to tell you like he did with me?
Yes.
Did he blame her mama earlier?
Yeah, probably.
So what did you do when all this happened?
What I did when all this happened, after the phone call ended, she asked me if I would go to her mom's house so she can get some clothes, and I told her no. And then that's when she got upset, and I was asking her, well, can we leave this area so we can go charge your phone or whatever, go do whatever, and just separate from and start our day? She proceeded to not wanting to leave where we were sleeping at that night and basically stood there. And so I was pleading with her, like, come on, let's go. We're on my mom's property. I'm finna leave. I can't really leave you here by yourself or whatnot because this is not my property. And also, she really is not.
And so what happened?
There. So we proceeded to basically just have a conversation about leaving. We got into a scuffle because I snatched her phone, but I gave it back. And I was asking her to come on. And then when I snatched the phone again, I gave it back. She proceeded to attack me. And in that attack or confrontation, I guess her phone got broke. And once her phone got broke, she took out a knife and flattened the tires of the car. And at that time, I proceeded to call the police.
Ma'am, what do you say to all this? Who has a police report? What do you say, ma'am?
That day, he got a phone call. I didn't get mad about him having a phone call or anything. I looked at my phone, it had 1%. In the morning, I'm trying to get my clothes from my mom's house. I'm like, okay, can you go with me or whatever? I don't, my phone might die. I need some way to communicate with somebody. He said no. I said, okay, no, don't trip. Don't worry about it. I'll go by myself. I left the car, started walking down the alley, noticed my sandals was broke. So I'm on the north side. I'm not finna walk nowhere with no sandals on, no, none of that. It's glass on the ground, and I'm walking down the alley. I went back to the car, sat back down. I'm like, let me call a ride. I'm finna call a ride so I can go. I see you in a rush. I have nowhere to go right now. I don't have nowhere to go right now. Let me just try to get a ride. He started getting the attitude like, no, you need to come on now, woo, woo, woo. I'm like, okay, well, somebody already sat there on their way. Just give it 5-10 minutes. He gets out the car, walks to the passenger side of the car, starts pulling on my arm, yanking me out of the car. I'm like, stop touching me. You don't have to touch me like that. Just wait, be cool, He like, you gotta leave now, all this type of stuff. I'm like, I'm not gonna go nowhere until my ride comes. I don't have nowhere to go. My shoes broke.
Did you damage the property or not?
The car, yeah,
yes,
I did.
Any of it?
The car, I did.
That's it?
Yes.
All right. And that's more than one car or just one you're admitting to?
Both, I guess, but
okay.
I did not
Tires,
break the
windshield
car.
paint, and body work. Your counterclaim is for what? How does he owe you or they?
I am suing for property damage for my phone, emotional distress, and pain and suffering for the assault as well. I was assaulted by both of them during this incident. My phone was broken before I even, popped the tires and the windows. That's what made me go crazy. It was people outside that seen what was going on.
Ma'am, I think you were probably being restrained. So it's not them assaulting you, it's them restraining you from the continuous damage of their property and perhaps burning down her home. However, ma'am, she denies that. That's not part of your claim. That was just the factual basis.
Yes.
However, the damages to the car and the rental car, she admits to that. She's trying to deny some small part of it.
I didn't bust the windows.
I know. You did everything else. You sliced all the, that's what I say. You're trying to deny a little. You sliced all of the tires, the windshields, paint and body work she needed. Your phone, he testified that it was you that broke the phone, and I believe him. I believe that you have an out of control temper.
I have pictures.
I think you need counseling. I know you have pictures of a phone you broke. Judgment for the plaintiff, your claim is dismissed. Have a good day.
I just hope that she gets some help. She really needs it. She needs some control with her anger and control with just hurting people or hurting herself.
They're liars. They all abusive. They love letting him get away with like this. So I don't know. I'm just over with. I'm ready to go.
Plaintiff Taylor Shaver became friends with the defendant after meeting in college. Taylor claims one night while in the defendant's car, the defendant veered off the road and the car flipped. Taylor's suing for the ambulance bill and pain and suffering. Defendant Erica Fox admits that she and Taylor were in a car accident, but insists their injuries were minor and there was no need for them to take an ambulance to the hospital. Therefore, Erica doesn't feel she should have to pay.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Start with you.
Well, we met during summer orientation at Western Illinois. We became friends, and we had our little girl drama and stuff. So we stopped talking for a while, but then we came back friends again. And also, I'm part of the Good Girls movement at school, and we help with students get comfortable in school. We help with mental health and stuff like that. And it's a Black organization on campus.
Congratulations, that's good work.
Thank you.
What else you want me to know about yourself?
I'm from Kansas City, Missouri, the home of the Chiefs.
Okay. What's that last part?
She loves the Chiefs.
You love the chicks. It doesn't matter what your
the football team.
The Chiefs, the football team.
Oh, the Chiefs.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. All right. Kansas City Chiefs. Well, I like the quarterback, Patrick Mahomes. And congratulations to the Super Bowl victory. And I was there, and I was very happy that you all beat San Francisco.
Oh, yes.
The 49ers, where all the controversy started with Kaepernick. San Francisco messed with that boy, and he jinxed them. They went to the Super Bowl and lost. Better leave him and black people alone. We'll jinx you. I hope that's a lesson.
Yeah.
Better leave me alone. Black people got the hand of God on them. I play with race because particularly with my buddy, we're such good friends, and we don't see race, meaning we both have to go to the doctor. That's what I tell people. I don't see race. Well, you need to go to the doctor. We all recognize and appreciate each other's ethnicity and race and gender, whatever it might, or an identification, whatever it might be. And we should be able to have a little fun with it. No slurs, but we can have fun with each other and point out the differences. And that's why we have so much problem in society. We don't know each other. We don't know the differences that we have with each other. I know about him. I know about his family. I know his history, or the history of his ancestors, put it that way. So I know him. We know each other. And so that's why we like each other, and we can socialize with each other. He and his wife, me and my wife, because we know each other. So that's one of the reasons I like to have fun and play and mention race, so we can get used to that. All right, so
Awesome.
you tell me about your friendship with the plaintiff, with Taylor.
We did meet in June 2019 at our summer orientation, but after that, we didn't really talk until the first weekend of
Look at me or something. Why are you looking like that? Looking all spaced out. You high?
No.
Why are you looking spaced out in here?
It's just, that's my normal look. That's
Your
just,
normal look is
Yeah.
spaced out.
like, really, yeah.
Well, we'd give you some drugs then. All right, I'm just messing with you. Having fun. Hey, if you look like you're high, you might as well benefit from it. Why be called high if you can't enjoy the high? All right. But how did it go, the friendship?
The first week we hung out, we went to parties, and that kind of continued as we got into our freshman year. And then we kind of distanced ourselves because she gained her own friends, I got different friends, but we still had mutual friends. And we were both in the Good Girls Movement, but I was only in there for a few weeks because I didn't pay my dues, and you have to.
Because what?
I didn't pay dues.
Oh, they kick you out? All right. You don't pay nobody, do you? You get sued a day for not paying. You don't believe in paying? You allergic to paying?
No.
You all ever fall out beyond this?
No.
Okay, so where are you at in school? You at Western also?
Yeah, we're both.
You doing all
we're
right?
both
Both of you
so.
still there?
Yes.
You
Yeah.
gonna graduate? Good. What's your major? Yours?
I'm a social work major.
Excellent. And you?
Business management.
Good. Excellent. We really need you. We really need you. Many of these school districts and understand that's what they need in these schools. They need social workers for these children who've been abandoned by their parents to drugs. Oh, and the parent has to do this. It starts at home. It starts with the parent. Well, if they strung out, then what?
Right.
If it started home and the parents are unavailable to help the child, then you're just going to let the child slip through the cracks and keep saying that? No, they need social workers. Perhaps you talk with the parent as well to give them. A lot of folks and parents just don't know how to properly raise a child, particularly educate them. They haven't been educated themselves in some instances and can't help with homework and all this. And then they get talked about like a dog by the teacher who doesn't know their life experience that they deal with. So you're going in the right direction. I want to see you in one of these schools. And I come speak. Erica, what city you live in?
Ottawa, Illinois.
Ottawa, Illinois. Okay, I'll be there. I'll be at them schools. I'm going to speak at all the schools until I see you. And with you, I'm going to make sure you make black folks some money on your business. Show us how to run a business so we can make jobs for ourselves and get us all out of poverty, all right? That's what I'm counting on you for. I'm going to come to Detroit where we're very impoverished, and I better see you.
You're going to see me in Kansas City, because that's...
There you go. All right. Your own community. I love it. Tell me how she owes you for this ambulance and pain and suffering.
Because, so we were coming back from Peoria because we went shopping before a party. And we were just driving. It was nighttime, and she was driving because I don't drive. And so, and then she started to, we started to drift off. And so I'm like, what's going on? And I'm like, Erica. And she was trying to get back on the street.
Drift off as in drifting off the
road.
street?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so we was just when I yelled at Erica, she tried to fix the steering wheel to get back on the street. And then that's when we rode over a couple times.
Wow.
And that you can see in page 2 of the car.
Ooh.
And so they didn't have insurance. Like my mom had to call to figure out what was going on because they weren't doing nothing about the accident. Like they didn't
Whose
show.
car was it? It wasn't your car.
No. Like my mom had to call them because nobody was telling us.
Call them about what?
To see how we gonna pay this bill, the ambulance.
Okay. And what? You have to first tell me when you got the bill. How did you go to the hospital?
Yes. Okay. So after the accident, after these people, they helped us out the car. And so they just drove off. And so we both started freaking out, how we gonna get there? So these people,
I don't mean to laugh, but they pulled you out the car and just threw you to the side. So that's good enough. Good luck.
And so these people, they pulled over and they helped us. And her parents, they didn't show up to the hospital. But my mom, who we live 5 hours away, she was about to be on her way down there. She was like, y'all need to go get checked out, get helped out. And then, and so then all of a sudden, I think it was I'm not sure when we got the bill, but when we got the bill.
You're not telling me about going to the hospital.
Oh, but like at the hospital, it wasn't, they just checked
The ambulance came to pick you up?
Yes. We called on somebody's phone. I can't remember whose phone it was.
Okay, they came and did both of you go?
Yes, both of us went ambulance.
Okay. And you went to the hospital, emergency, obviously.
Yes.
And what did they diagnose? What did they conclude?
Nothing. We're perfectly fine. By the grace of God, we were all fine.
All right. Did you go in the ambulance?
I went in the ambulance because I didn't want to be trapped in the middle of the road with no ride home. But when her mom did tell us to get in the ambulance, but when we got in the ambulance, I only had a few cuts on my knees, so I knew I was going to be fine. But she said that she had like a plate in her head that she thought hurt it or something, so she thought she needed to go to the hospital. So when she went, there was nothing wrong, and in the end, there was no reason for us to go to the hospital.
Oh, okay. How do you know it wasn't anything wrong?
Because she said there was nothing wrong.
Okay.
But my parents were on their way actually to the hospital, but I told them to turn around because there was no point for them to take us from the hospital back to school.
Why would you want to go to the hospital? Only thing wrong was that the car flipped over and you already have a head injury. So you had no reason to go to the hospital. Let her tell it.
So excuse me, y'all.
Ma'am, I'm being facetious. I'm being sarcastic.
Okay.
Trying to suggest that she doesn't sound very reasonable to tell me that you have explained to her you had a head injury, a pre-existing head injury. She's driving and the car flips over. Who knows whether your head hit? You don't know. She flipping with you.
Right.
You should have. Absolutely should have gone. Ain't no telling your head bleeding in the brain. Oh my goodness, there's so many things could have happened. You're lucky nothing happened. But you want the bill because you feel you legitimately used that ambulance and she was the cause of you having to use it. That's why you're suing?
Yes.
That's the deal? What do you say to that? You say, ain't nothing wrong with her?
No.
That's your defense?
In her defense, I didn't know if there was anything wrong with her head, but I think that she should have went to the hospital. I don't think I should have went to the hospital because there was nothing wrong with me. So
okay, so that means her bill should be paid. What's the pain and suffering?
It's because this happened in February and they haven't said anything about the bill. They told my mom that she needs to
Has it gone to collections or anything?
Like mom, they just told
Did a collection agency call and say, where's my money? And we're going to put it on your credit
they just
report?
sent like a hospital bill in the mail.
Okay,
but,
sometimes they go to the credit agencies.
Yeah, but we just felt like that we shouldn't have to pay for it because we wasn't the cause of the accident.
I got that point.
Okay.
Now I'm at the pain and suffering.
Oh, yes.
And I'm not hearing where you should get an award for pain and suffering.
Why to get an award for pain and suffering is because this has been going on too long. Like, it should have been already resolved and over.
Okay, and you've been in pain and suffering. Have you started taking medication for your pain?
I didn't need to, but...
Oh, then why do you want money for it?
Because it's taking so long for the process. Like, this
No. Pain and suffering is just that. You have to tell me what pain you've experienced and whether you've done anything to treat your pain. What is the pain?
I don't have any pain.
Okay. With regard to your defense, that doesn't survive today because she should have gone and get checked out. But for you flipping that car over, unless you can tell me someone else was negligent, then I have to hold you accountable because it wouldn't have happened but for your flipping the car over. Whose fault was that? Was anyone else involved in that?
it was my fault.
What did happen?
I fell asleep.
You fell asleep at the wheel? Lord have mercy, you all are lucky.
Yeah.
All right, but you didn't fall all the way to sleep, just enough to
Just
drift.
nodded off, yeah.
All right, word to the wise, make sure you're getting your sleep. All right, judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of 14, I'm subtracting the pain and suffering, $1,440. Thank you guys and continued success to you.